You wake up to a world that feels fundamentally wrong. The air is thick with damp vegetation and earthy mud. As your eyes adjust, the trees loom in alien shapes. Nothing like the forests you know. A hazy sky casts a dreamlike glow, but your pounding heart confirms this is no dream. You are displaced in time and place. Then, you hear it. Heavy breathing from something massive. Prehistoric predators did not hunt like modern animals. They perfected lethal techniques. This narrative walks you through several ancient hunters, immersing you in the terror of being their prey. Imagine your worst day unfolding across different eras. It begins in a cold, shadowy forest. The chill penetrates deep into your bones. Trees stand spaced just enough for visibility, yet not enough for safety. The ground squelches underfoot with wet leaves and mud, carrying the fresh scent of recent rain. As you orient yourself, the birds fall silent. Primal warning. You turn slowly. Instincts older than language, urging caution. There it stands, 30 feet away. Motionless among the trunks. At first glance, your mind screams dinosaur. But the fuzzy feathers, some up to 8 inches long, shatter that assumption. This 9-meter-long creature, a relative of Tyrannosaurus rex, watches you with practiced patience. Its feathered body allows silent movement, an unfair advantage. You step back, snapping a twig loudly, tilts its head, revealing teeth built solely for tearing flesh. These are no herbivore's tools. They belong to an apex predator viewing you as its next meal. The average temperature hovers around 10 degrees Celsius, explaining the insulating feathers. You eye denser thickets for escape, but a sound behind you reveals 3 more. Panic overrides thought. You run, bursting into open ground that feels like freedom. For mere seconds, until you realize exposure makes you an easy target. Yet survival here is fleeting. Different threat emerges in waist-high grass under bright sunlight. A tall silhouette glides toward you casually. Its 3-meter predator, a terror bird, is engineered for pursuit in open terrain. It reaches speeds of 60 kilometers per hour, rendering your head start meaningless. Its massive hooked skull functions like a biological axe. With reinforced joints prioritizing impact force over agility, lacking grasping claws, it relies on grabbing, lifting, and smashing prey against the ground until movement ceases. Keen eyesight spotted you long ago? Its strategy is brutally simple and devastatingly effective. If you somehow evade this, desperation drives you toward water for refuge. Swimming, hiding, anything but open vulnerability. In a humid, oppressively hot Triassic landscape, destined to become part of future North Carolina, you approach shallow, dark waters, edged by thick prehistoric plants. A low shape on the bank initially suggests a crocodile, but it rises onto 2 legs. This 9-foot bipedal carnifex, an early crocodile, defies expectations. Its narrow skull bears serrated teeth for precision strikes. Powerful hind legs enable fast chases on land, rendering aquatic escape futile. It closes in with a polite-sounding step in the mud, jaws ready to deliver a conversation-ending bite. Escaping that leads you forward 170 million years to a South American wetland. Intense heat presses down amid dense vegetation, limiting visibility to 20 feet. Muddy tracks hint at something enormous. Following them against all better judgment, you discover a torso-sized skull, half buried in reeds, its serrated dinosaur-like teeth gleaming. The owner emerges, a 25-foot, 3,000-pound Barusochus, the dominant land predator. Of its mammalian age, standing upright like a mammal yet reptilian, it ambushes. With a heavy, rounded tail unsuited for swimming, no saber-tooths or dire wolves challenge it. The trap has already sprung. Pushing onward into drier grasslands, you spot grazing shapes resembling antelopes, suggesting predictable predators. Relief flickers at the sight of a pig-like form, but it proves misplaced. This entelodont stands 6 feet at the shoulder, weighing 1,700 pounds. With forward-facing eyes, massive cheek flanges, and a jaw that gapes wider than a hippopotamus. Bone-crushing teeth, some broken from frequent use, mark it as a hyena-like scavenger and hunter. Fossil evidence reveals punctured camel skulls and cached carcasses, clear signs of active predation. It detects you from a mile away, charges across open ground, and even battles its own kind ferociously. Climbing a tree seems your only hope as it stares with professional hunger. Seeking cover, you enter a pale, cracked gully where the sky finally opens up. Optimism rises, briefly until a circling shape descends. Wings spanning 35 feet. Blot the sun as a giraffe-tall Quetzalcoatlus lands 40 feet away on all fours. This pterosaur does not dive bomb. Instead, it walks forward with a stiff, stealthy neck that remains motionless while the body advances. Its arm-length beak stabs downward, evolved for impaling small prey like lizards or unwary humans. Enormous eyes scan for targets. And its quiet 200-plus-pound frame makes it an ecosystem stealth bomber. Each stride covers unnatural distance. Assuming improbable survival, the scene shifts to Ice Age cold. Uneven, sticky ground, and distant mammoth shapes heighten dread. A twisted ankle sends you crashing down, pain flaring. A 12-foot wingspan shadow circles, then lands nearby. Pterotornis approaches confidently on strong legs, built for ground pursuit of the injured or trapped. Its beak handles small prey whole or tears into large carcasses. Side-positioned eyes excel at spotting targets. Like you mired in tar or disabled, it needs no speed. Patience suffices. While it rips open thick hides, benefiting smaller scavengers in a grim communal act. Recovering, you reach a warmer, wetter era with winding rivers. Near one, a massive nest. Catches your eye foolishly, you approach the enormous eggs. Deep huff signals danger. 26-foot, 2-ton gigantoraptor confronts you on powerful legs, feathered and beaked. With meter-long femur and tibia for speed, though primarily herbivorous with occasional meat. Its nest defense instincts are fierce. Long claws and a shearing beak can inflict severe damage. This 11-year-old specimen is still growing, implying larger adults nearby. It chases you away, allowing narrow escape. Water beckons again in a carboniferous swamp, with 35% oxygen levels fostering gigantism. Dragonflies the size of your head buzz overhead as you wade waist-deep. A bump against your leg reveals a 2-foot nightmare, Megarocked, initially mistaken for a giant spider but actually a sea scorpion. Segmented body and bladed appendages rake sediment for prey. Medium-sized for its kind, it moves silently through water. Thrashing disturbs its domain, turning you into potential food in this era of oversized horrors. Finally, salt air and ocean waves lure you to a beach 244 million years ago. Clear shallows reveal ominous shapes. An enormous eye 3 feet across with a bony ring stares from 10 feet down. The 28-foot Latoarchon, weighing truck-like mass, dominates post-extinction oceans. 4-inch double-edged teeth and a 4-foot skull. Packed with hunting adaptations, make it supreme. Massive eyes pierce deep, dark waters. It surfaces unhurriedly, claiming its realm after the planet's worst mass extinction. Land, air, swamp, and saw exhausted. This marine king ends the line. These prehistoric monsters were not evil, merely exquisitely adapted. Their mandate was simple: make other creatures die effectively. They excelled for eons. In this scenario, mistakes sealed your fate. You became prey. Yet the tale underscores nature's raw ingenuity. Each encounter highlights specialized adaptations. Silent feathers for ambush, axe-like skulls for smashing, bone-crushing jaws for scavenging, stabbing beaks for stealth, and oceanic supremacy. From feathered tyrannosaur relatives in chilly forests to bipedal crocodiles, terror birds, massive pseudotsuchians, entelodonts, pterosaurs, teratorns, oviraptorosaurs, eurypterids, and colossal marine reptiles. The planet's history teems with perfected killers. This journey across time reveals how environments shaped lethality. Its cold favored insulation and stealth. Open plains rewarded speed and power. Swamps amplified size via high oxygen. Oceans rewarded sensory prowess after catastrophe. None sought cruelty, only survival through efficiency. Reflecting on these narratives, one appreciates modern safety while marveling at deep time's biodiversity. These creatures ruled their domains unchallenged, their designs honed over millions of years. Your hypothetical ordeal ends in the ocean's depths, but the lesson persists. Evolution crafts wonders and terrors alike. Next time, perhaps in imagination you might fare better. by heeding ancient warnings hidden in fossils and silence.